So the Blue Jays signed Marcus Semien for a 1-year, $18 million deal, and they made a trade for Steven Matz. They gave up one of their top pitching prospects, Sean Reed-Foley, in the deal to add the lefty to the starting rotation. First, I'll talk about Semien. A lot of people were worried about too much money. I want to nip that in bud right away and say that the Blue Jays' young core is full of lots of young talent, which means they're all making very minimal amounts of money. So right now in this baseball where there's no official salary cap, there is a luxury tax type thing that they have. But because there's no salary cap, they can afford to pay this guy however much they want because they still have so much room to spend, even with the Springer signing, even with the Ryu signing. They have the space to get this guy. They could have had him probably a couple more years, but I think the 1-year deal is good because he's going to be playing hard for that next contract. And when Marcus Semien's playing hard, I think he can be super, super valuable to this team. He's an 8-year vet. He's a great utility infielder. He'll play a lot of third base most likely, but he also can slot in and play some short and some second, move around the diamond. In 2019, he was third in the league in MVP voting, which I don't expect from him coming this year, but just crazy. 7.6 WAR, and he played all 162 games and was like fantastic on both sides of the ball for the Athletics. And if we can get even 80% of that, that is such an upgrade over what we've had for the past couple of years. Last year he struggled, but again, you can't really, you got to throw all of last year out the window almost with guys, especially who have struggled due to the mental health concerns, due to all the craziness that was 2020. So I can't hold that against him and hope that he regresses back to what he has been previously in his career. So I think it's a pretty low risk, high reward move for the Jays. And when they were super successful, they had a bunch of great hitters complemented by these utility guys who know how to win and know how to make the right plays. My issue now is they still need some more pitching. They make the trade for Matz. He himself also had a rough 2020 season. He's a left-handed starting pitcher. Back when he was, a couple of years ago when he was a rookie, he was 6th in Rookie of the Year voting, which is pretty good. It's another guy where it's low risk and you get a decent reward if he could end up being kind of your 3-4 starter in the rotation. He's got good stuff. And Sean Reed-Foley has got a couple of cups of coffee with us for a while now, and I don't think he worked into our development system. So it's good to make a move. Matz is still young and fits into the timeline of what the Jays are trying to do and just adds a more dependable arm to the rotation because with a lot of these guys, if they struggle starting, you can kind of transition him into one of those long arms out of the bullpen to complement a Julian Merriweather or a Nate Pearson or someone like that, just having a righty start it and a lefty come in and pitch 3 innings or something, kind of like what they did with Robbie Ray last year. So 2 solid moves to the Jays. I mean, when you sign a guy like George Springer, no matter what else happens, your offseason's going to be a success, but they've gotten some bullpen arms. They've now got Semien. They get Matz. And this is looking to be a really, really bright next couple of years for the Blue Jays. So I'm really, really excited. Their lineup is going to be deep 1 through 9. It seems like if Danny Jansen can really up his hitting, then you've got a dangerous hitter at every single spot in the order. And they're just, whenever the Blue Jays are doing well, the city of Toronto it just seems fun because when the other teams are playing well, it's fine, but the weather's usually crappy. And so it's fun to have a team performing well when it gets to those summer months because you got everyone hanging out outside and just the atmosphere is fantastic. So I'm really hoping that the Jays can make another playoff run and eventually we'll have fans in the stands to see it happen. And not just at the Rogers Center, but at the new stadium when it finally gets constructed, which will be fun. All right, that's enough baseball talk. We'll take a quick break and then I'll come back for another short segment, this time about football.